Uh, we appreciate you being here and getting prepared for the 2021 PlayStation Fiesta Bowl. We're going to go right into questions, and we're going to start with Matt Preem. So Matt, go ahead and ask your question of Deommodore.
Yeah, Deommodore, you had a decision at the beginning of the year to come back and play your senior season. How has that been for you, and I guess your improvements, and how important has it been for this team to also get you back for your senior year?
It was actually big. It was actually big for me, because I wanted to step up my game in different aspects, such as like leadership, and I wanted to like just become a different player than I was last year. Because I felt like I ended off on a bad note last year.
I'm going to go next to Michelle Gardner from the Arizona Republic.
Yeah, actually, I'm piggybacking off that question because I was going to ask you about that too. When you originally declared that you were going to sit out, what went into that decision?
It was mostly with the COVID situation. I didn't know if we were going to have a season or not, so that would play a part in that decision.
I'm going to go to Ryan Thornburn from the Register Guard.
Deommodore, given the season you've had, is it safe to say it was worth it to go through all this COVID stuff to get this one in?
Yes, most definitely. I definitely needed football. With me just sitting out, it was like I didn't know what to do. It was just training every day. I kind of missed being with the team and just missed the coaches and everything. I just wanted to come back and play football.
Jesse Morrison from Cronkite News, Arizona PBS.
Hey man, what is different? You're a senior. You've been to these bowl games before. What is different as far as the week leading up to the bowl game this year than it normally is?
I mean, it's kind of we look at it as just another game. I mean, we blessed to be here, but we just look at it as just another game and just got our head focused on 1-0, being 1-0.
James Crapia from the Oregonian.
I'm going to go back to that decision as everybody's been hitting on. I mean, you haven't been targeted very much this year, which I'm sure you're pretty happy about. But Thomas had talked about, I know everybody's got their own personal decisions, but Thomas had talked about part of his thinking and being that you're going to miss out on some opportunities against really good quarterbacks or against really good receivers. What was it about the opportunity to come back beyond to play? I mean, you're going to get to do that at the next level. Why was your decision to return when you were missing out on Ohio State or North Dakota State or some of those games, and you're going to have a short season?
It was just mostly trying to be a leader. Like I felt like last year I was not a vocal person. Like last year it was still stuff that I needed to learn and still stuff that I needed to make my career be successful. And I thought that returning would have been great for me.
Kevin Wade from 247.
With seniors able to get the extra eligibility, are you going to take that up, or do you think this is going to be it for you?
I'm not sure yet. I feel like I had a great season, but there's always some stuff you can learn and always help yourself. So that's going to be a big decision for me.
Matt, I believe you had a follow-up question.
What have you seen from the growth from a guy like Jamal or Mike Hale and DJ, three younger guys that if COVID didn't happen, probably wouldn't have the roles that they have right now, and just kind of the growth that you've seen from them this season?
Just mostly confidence, just encouraging them every day that you can do it. You just got to have confidence in yourself, because when you're out there on that island, it's certain too, you got to have confidence. You got to feel like you're the best person in the world. So just building confidence within the room.
Ryan Thorburn from the Register Guard.
Mario said that Iowa State is the most physical team he's watched on film since he's been at Oregon. How would you kind of describe their style? What makes them get that kind of accolades from Mario?
I would say offensive wise, big bodies, they like to use a lot of 13 personnel. So, it comes with running the ball. So that's what I think he means by them being physical. But they have a lot of great players on their side of the ball. We just ready to play.
James, I believe you had a follow-up question.
Yeah, Dima, just because you mentioned about next year, I realize you can keep your options open, but are you registered for class in the winter, or have you graduated? Just to clear up anything in terms of fans are going to hear what you just said and get pretty psyched up potentially. So, are you registered for class, or have you graduated?
Yeah, I'm actually I'm registered for ASL class in the winter. I'll still have to finish, just one class to get my degree.
Great. We'll go to Michael Swain from 247.
Just curious what you've seen from Xavier Hutchinson. He's a new face on the Iowa State offense, but he's put up some really good numbers this season.
He's fast, big, strong, shows a lot of effort, and he goes up for the ball pretty well.
Thank you. We'll go to Jeff Metcalf from the Arizona Republic.
To go back to a little bit about this not being a normal bowl experience, are you missing that part of it that you would normally get? And when you get into that stadium, do you think you'll feel the magnitude of being in a New Year's Six game, even though there's not going to be fans?
Me personally, I'm gonna miss the bowl experience, with everything doing with COVID, but when it's time to go, it's time to go, and I can turn the switch on at any time.
This is the first time you guys will play in front of fans, even your families, at all this year at Oregon. Is that correct?
Yes.
What's that going to be like for you to actually have fans in the stadium for a game for the first time this year? And it's your bowl experience.
Oh, it's gonna be fun because when I make a play, I can hear somebody cheering for me and not just my teammates and us just jumping around. So with the fans, it's gonna be fun.
Warren Williamson, you're up.
Hey, Didi, I want to kind of drill down into this a little bit. Was there a time during this shortened season where the defense flipped that switch? Because you had those tough games against Oregon State and against Cal. Was there a time when you as a leader maybe stepped up and you saw the maturation of this defense?
Yes. After the Oregon State loss, we were pretty upset at ourselves because we felt like we could have done better, with stopping just the Oregon State offense, period. But we took that loss to heart, and then it followed up with Cal, and then we just like, enough is enough. Like, the next team we play it's gonna be bad. We're gonna give it our all, and we're gonna win this. We're gonna close it, and we're gonna finish.
James Krupia.
Dimo, because you mentioned you felt last year ended on a bad note, and obviously I know what you're referring to, but that kind of clouds a pretty long season of body of work that was very good. If the ASU play doesn't happen, do you come back?
Yeah, I still think I come back. I believe I come back because there's still stuff that I think that I needed to learn before I even get to the next level. It was still a lot of stuff that I think I needed to learn with me only playing the position corner for like 3 years because in high school, I was a majority an offensive player. So it was still stuff about like just the position itself that I needed to learn about different offenses, how to scheme guys, and then how to scout my opponents.
Warren Williamson.
Didi, kind of along that same line that James just asked you, what will go into your decision and I'm not saying that you are going to come back next year, but what will go into that? What else do you have to learn that maybe that would keep you here at Oregon to play one additional year, maybe besides a full season?
That's kind of a hard question. I'm not even sure right now. Like, it would just be me talking with my family and just making a decision based off them, and just putting my heart to where my heart is when I finally make that decision.
Kevin Wade, 247.
Here's just for you. What's it been like to be called upon and be one of the leaders of this defense this year, and getting to see some of the younger guys develop into being leaders in their own right?
It's funny because it actually makes me feel old that I'm a leader now, because I got here my freshman year and I was looking up to guys like Ugo Amadi and Arion Springs. So it's kind of weird that I'm in their shoes and like seeing what they was going through and how they was looking at me when I was growing up here at Oregon. But it's actually cool, and I wish I would have been a more vocal person like way before, because I didn't know my opinion like meant a lot.
We're going to finish up with Matt Preem on the last question here.
What's Rod Chance meant to you and just your development, and how has he helped you this season?
He's been on me about my technique every day in and day out, and I appreciate that. You always need you always need different types of coaches, because you never know at the next level who you're gonna get or what type of person or what type of relationship you will have. But I appreciate him for that, just staying on me, making me work harder, making me communicate, just bringing me out of my shell.
Great. Deommodore, thank you very much for your time this morning. Continued best in your preparations. Safe travels down here to Arizona, and we'll see you when you get to town for Saturday's big ball game.
Thank you.